children and viewers. So today I am going to solve some problems on the formula of n2 by v minus n1 by u equal to n2 minus n1 by r. So that formula is also called as formula of refraction at curved surfaces. So before going to solve this problem, so remember in this problem n1 means so that is the refractive index of medium. So n1 means that is the refractive index of medium in which incident ray is moving. So you have to remember n1 is nothing but the refractive index of medium in which incident ray is moving or traveling, and next n2 means the refractive index of medium in which refracted ray is moving or traveling. So this you have to remember. Always n1 means think about the refractive index of the medium in which the incident ray is moving or traveling. So n2 means the refractive index of the medium in which the refracted ray is moving. So this you have to remember. And next, coming to the problem. So what is the problem here? So the problem here is a glass dumbbell of length 30 cm and refractive index 1.5 has ends 3 cm radius of curvature. So what is here? A dumbbell is there. So a glass dumbbell. So let us consider it is a glass dumbbell. So it has two ends. It has the two ends. Glass dumbbell. It is a glass dumbbell of how much length? So the length will be 30 cm. From here to here is how much? 30 cm. From first end to the second end will be how much? 30 cm. And having this refractive index is how much? 1.5. So has ends of 3 cm radius. So by taking this curved surface, when I draw the sphere, you get the center of the sphere. So that is called known as what? Center of curvature. So how much radius? It is 3 cm. So its radius is 3 cm. And this end is also have the 3 cm. An object is situated in air, not in dumbbell or nothing but not in glass. Now where is the object is placed in air? So now consider this is the pole of this curvature. So when I draw the line passing through pole and center of curvature, you get the principal axis. So this is the principal axis. So an object is situated in air at a distance of 12 cm from the end of the dumbbell along the axis. Now imagine this is the principal axis, is nothing but axis of the dumbbell. So on the axis at one end, how much distance? 12 cm. Now from the pole to object, this is the object. So now it is placed how much distance? 12 cm from one end of the dumbbell surface. Now the surface is which one? Curved surface. Curved surface. So an object is situated in air. So now this is the air and this is the glass. So this is the glass. So dumbbell is made with the glass and the dumbbell is placed in the air. So where is the object is placed in the air? Now this is the object. An object is situated in air at a distance of 12 cm from the end of the dumbbell along the axis. Find the position of the image formed at one end only. At one end only. And nothing but, so this end is become curved, and at this curved the light will be undergo the refraction. So now we have to find the position of the image formed by this end due to refraction. So for that purpose we have to use this formula, but we have to follow the sign convention. After applying the sign convention only we have to use that formula. Now where is the object? This is the object. So when at this place this is the object. Now take one incident ray coming from the object. So this is the incident ray coming from the object. So now the incident ray is passing through where? Air. Now the air can be taken as the N1. So N1 is nothing but refractive index of air. So that will be considered what? 1. What is the refractive index of air? The refractive index of air is nothing but 1. N1. And now it is entering into which medium? It will be entering into glass. So that's why the refracted ray is entering into the glass medium. That's why So the N2 can be taken as the refractive index of the glass. In air the incident ray is travel, in the glass the refracted ray is travel. That's why N1 is taken as air and N2 can be taken as a glass. Now when we use the sign convention, according to sign convention, all the distance are measured from where? Pole. Now this is object. So that's why when I measure the object distance, in which direction you are moving? Opposite direction. So actually the incident direction is this one. This is the incident ray direction. So now to measure the object distance, from where you have to measure? Pole. So from the pole, when you are measuring the distance, in which direction? Opposite to incident ray. So that's why the u can be taken as how much? The u is 12. So actually u is 12. This u become minus 12 after applying sign convention. And now coming to the radius of. So how much radius of curvature? 3 cm. So what is the radius of curvature? The distance between the pole to center of curvature is known as the radius of curvature. So to measure the radius of curvature, in which direction you are moving? In the direction of incident ray. So that's why r is how much? R is nothing but plus 3 cm. Now what you have to find? You find the position of image. So what you have to find? You have to find the position of image, that is V. That is the V. So now you know the N1 and you know the N2, you know the U, you know the R and you know the V. So what is the formula? N2 by V minus N1 by U equal to N2 minus N1 by R. So what is N2? N2 means 1.5 by V is unknown. Don't apply the sign convention for unknown. Minus what is N1? What is N1? 1 by what is U? U is nothing but minus 12 equal to N2 means 1.5 minus N1 means 1 by R. R is how much? 3. So this minus into minus become plus. So 1.5 divided by V minus into minus plus 1 by 12 equal to 1.5 minus 1. How much? 0.5 by 3. When I bring this plus 1 by to the right side, it becomes the minus. So 1.5 by V. So 0.5 by 3. 0.5 by 3 means 0.5 means 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 divided by 3 minus 1 by 12. So when I bring this 2 to the denominator, 1.5 by V equal to 1 by 6 minus 1 by 12. So now when you simplify, what you get? When you do the LCM, so 1.5 by V is equal to 6 12. LCM is the 12. And with what value the 6 is multiplied? To get the 12, 2 into 1, 2 minus. So 12 with what value the 12 is multiplied to get the 12? 1 into 1, 1. So when you simplify, what you get? 1.5 by V equal to 2 minus 1, 1 by 12. And when you do the cross part, what you get? V equal to 1.5 into 12. So 1.5 into 12 means 12 5s are 60. 0 up 6, 12 1 are 12 plus 1 6, and how much? 18, and you are getting plus 18 centimeter. So plus 18 means, so it is the real image. So remember, plus, if we get the plus value, so that is the real, and if you get the minus, so that is the inverted. In case of only refraction, this is only in case of refraction. This is only in case of the refraction. Real means inverted. Sorry. Minus means virtual, not virtual. Plus means real, minus means virtual. So this is applicable for only refraction. But in case of diffraction, it is reverse. In case of reflection, it is the reverse. So that's why you get the which type of image? It is a real image. Where it is formed? 18 centimeter from where? From pole of the mirror. Pole of this curved surface. So from here to here, how much? 3, and here 3. So 3 plus 3, 6. So up to here 6 and up to here 6. Then what is the remaining? Total 30 centimeter. So 6 plus 6. So from here to here, this is a C, this is a 3 and this is a 3. 6 plus 6, 12. Remaining how much? Remaining 18. This is a 18. But now where is the formed 18? From where? From pole of the mirror. So here to here 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus how much added? 12. Now consider this is a 12. and the total, now imagine here the image is formed. So from the pole it is how much distance? 18 centimeter. So when I draw the diagram, now this is the refracted ray, and when I take another ray that is passing through center of curvature, so these two refracted rays are intersected here, that's why here image is formed. So the position of image is where? The position of image is the 18 centimeter from the pole of the mirror, and it is a real image because the refracted rays are really intersect. So in this way you can solve the any problem. Next I am moving to the next problem. Now coming to the second problem. So what is the second problem? Where would an object be placed in air? And now where we are keeping the object in air, so that its real image is formed at equidistance from other side of the sphere, and nothing but, so the object is placed one side and the image is formed on the other side, but here the object distance must be equal to the image distance. So now coming to the sphere, what is the sphere here? The sphere of radius r and the refract index n, which is placed in the air. So now the problem is nothing but here, so this is the sphere, so now consider, so this is a sphere, this is a sphere of radius how much? R. Now consider this is the center of curvature. Now the sphere has a two surfaces. Now consider, so this is the first surface, or this is the first curved surface up to here, and this is the second curved surfaces. This is the first and this is the second, or this is the first side, this is the second side. So where would an object be placed in air? Now where is the object? Now consider this is the principal axis. So this is the first side of the first curved surface pole, and this is a second curved surface pole. And where would an object be placed in air? For example, I kept the object here. So at a distance x, let us imagine. Where would an object be placed in air? So it is kept in where? Air. This object O is kept in air. So that its real image is formed at equidistance from the other side of the sphere. So now this object is at how much distance from the sphere? X distance from first side. Now image is formed on other side where? At equidistance, and nothing but the image is formed here. For example, this is a real image, consider, and nothing but the refracted rays are really intersect here. Now it is also formed how much distance from the other side? This is the other side. So from other side is also it can be formed how much distance? X, and that we have to calculate the x. So if we calculate the object distance, then we get the image distance also. So next, under nothing but this distance we have to calculate. Where would an object be placed in air? So but when this is possible, so if I draw the diagram you can understood. For example, from object the incident ray will be come and incident on the first surface, having this is the first surface of the sphere having refract index how much? N. So now, so how much distance it is from the first surface? X, and the image is also formed at the x distance but on the other side. So to form the same distance on the other side, so this is the refracted ray coming from the second curved surface. When it is possible, so that can be possible if the incident ray is incidenting on the first curved surface at which height, so the refracted ray coming from the second surface is also comes from the same height. For example, this is incidenting at height h. So the incident ray which is coming from the object, so the refracted ray is also comes from the same height. So then only the image can be formed at the same distance from the other side. And nothing but, so the refracted ray which is traveling in the sphere is how it is? It is parallel to the principal axis. And nothing but, so this is the first curved surface. When this first curved surface can form the image of this object where? At infinity. So parallel ray means, So if the incident ray will be parallel to the principal axis, what is the meaning? This is the principal axis. If the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, so what is the meaning? The object is at infinity or the image is also at infinity. But here the first curved surface forming the image. So that's why the first curved surface can form the image where infinity. So that is the image formed by the first surface. So the image formed by the first surface can be act as an object for the second surface. So but for the second surface, where is object? At infinity. Why? This is a parallel ray which is parallel to principal axis. So that's why, so then only the image is formed at the same distance. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనేది ఫస్ట్ సర్ఫేస్ నుంచి ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఉందో ఇమేజ్ అనేది అంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఫామ్ కావాలంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే అనేది ఎంత హైట్ లో ఇన్సిడెంట్ అవుతుందో సెకండ్ సర్ఫేస్ నుంచి కనుక వచ్చే రిఫ్రాక్టెడ్ రే కూడా అంతే హైట్ నుంచి రావాలంటే కంపల్సరీగా రిఫ్రాక్టెడ్ రే అనేది స్పియర్ లోపల ఎలా ఉండాలి, అది ప్యారల్ గా ఉన్నప్పుడే పాసిబిలిటీ అవుతుంది. సో అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద రే విచ్ ఈస్ ప్యారలల్ టు ద ప్రిన్సిపల్ యాక్సిస్. So the ray which is parallel to principal axis means where is the object or where is the image? అది ఇమేజ్ అనే కావచ్చు, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనే కావచ్చు. ఎక్కడ ఉన్నట్టు ఇన్ఫినిటీలో ఉన్నట్టు. అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ ఏంటంటే ఈ ఫస్ట్ కర్వ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఫామ్ చేసినటువంటి ఇమేజ్ ఇన్ఫినిటీలో ఉంటుంది. సో ఆ ఇమేజ్ అనేది సెకండ్ సర్ఫేస్కి ఏమైతుంది, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లాగా పనికొస్తుంది అన్నట్టు. అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దిస్ x by using only applying this formula at the first curved surface, then only we get the x. So now coming to the problem. So what is given in the problem? Sphere radius. So what is the radius? R. And what is the image distance? So if the image distance is for first curved surface, I am applying this refraction formula at first curved surface. So what is the object distance? We are treating that the object distance is x, for u equal to x. But this is plus x or minus x. So after applying the sign convention, so all the distance are measured from where? Pole. If I measure the object distance, so in which direction I have to move? This is the direction I have to move. But the incident direction is in this direction. So that's why I am moving opposite direction. That's why u equal to minus x. Then so this curved surface, first curved surface can form the image where? Infinity. Why? Because this is the parallel ray. This is the parallel ray which is parallel to principal axis. So that is nothing but the first curved surface can form the image where at infinity. V equal to infinity. And now coming to the radius of curvature. So what is the radius of curvature? The distance between the pole to center of curvature. So to measure the radius of curvature, in which direction I am moving? In the direction of the incident ray. So that's why R is equal to plus R. Now what is N1? So the first medium is air. First medium is nothing but N1. N1 can be taken as the refractive index of the medium in which the incident ray is traveling. The incident ray is traveling in the air. That's why this air can be taken as the N1. So what is the refractive index of air? 1. And N2 is nothing but, so the medium or the refractive index of the medium in which the refracted ray. So the refracted ray is traveling in which medium? So in the sphere, that is nothing but having refractive index is how much? N. Now substitute these values in the refraction formula. What is the refraction formula? N2 by V minus N1 by U equal to N2 minus N1 by R. So what is N2? N2 means N. By V means what? Infinity. So minus N1 means what? 1 by U means minus x is equal to N2. N2 means N minus N1 means 1 by R. R is nothing but plus R. So something by infinity is nothing but what? Something by infinity is called 0. Something by infinity is nothing but 0. So 0 minus plus minus into minus plus 1 by x equal to N minus 1 by R. So 0 plus 1 by x is nothing but 1 by x. So is equal to N minus 1 by R. So now when we do cross product, x is equal to how much you got? X is equal to R by N minus 1. So now where we have to keep the object? So you get the x value. So what is the x? R by N minus 1. So nothing but if we kept this object at how much distance? R by N minus 1. So then only this curved surface can form the form the image where at infinity. So then only the image formed by the first curved surface which is formed at infinity can be act as object for the second surface. So then the second surface can form the final image where at the same distance which has the object distance. So this is about the second problem. Next I am moving to third problem. So now coming to the third problem. So there is a small air bubble inside a glass sphere of refract index 1.5 of radius 10 centimeter. So the bubble is 4 centimeter below the surface and viewed normally from outside, then find image distance or apparent depth of bubble. So nothing but in this problem there is a glass sphere is there. In the glass sphere one air bubble is there. The air bubble is kept 4 centimeter from its surface and refract index of that sphere is 1.5 and radius is 10 centimeter. So now consider, so this is air bubble, this is a glass sphere, this is a glass sphere. So now imagine this is the center of curvature. Now this is the glass sphere of radius how much? 10 centimeter. Now consider, I am taking, this is a surface, this is a curved surface, this curved surface I am taking, remember. So if I take, this is a curved surface, so now the midpoint can be taken as pole. So from pole to center can be called as what? Radius of curvature. So P to C can be called as radius of curvature, that is how much? 10 centimeter. Now in this glass sphere, what is there? A air bubble is how much distance from the surface? This is a surface, curved surface. So from this curved surface, so how much distance? 4 centimeter below the surface, and inside the glass sphere from the pole it is how much? 4 centimeter. Actually that from pole to center of curvature is 10. So but from pole to, let us consider here is the bubble. Here is the bubble. So bubble can be how much distance from the surface? It is at 4 centimeter. And now this can be taken as object distance. So this is the air bubble. This is the air bubble. Now what is the refract index of surface? Refract index of the sphere 1.5. This is the 1.5 refract index. And this is kept in where? Air. Nothing but around the sphere what is there? Air. Air is the second medium and the air is the one medium and this glass sphere is refract index is the another medium. But the person is viewed how much? The person is viewed in what way? The person is viewed in what way? So normally. The person is viewing normally. So normally means from where he was seeing the bubble. So now when he was seeing from here, so then only he can saw the bubble normally. This is the normal. So now we have to find the image distance or apparent depth. So to find we have to use this formula. So to use this formula you have to find which is N1 and which is N2 and which one the refract index median can be taken as N1, which refract index of the medium can be taken as N2. So already I told that. So the medium in which the incident rays are traveling or moving, that can be taken as N1. Now here is object. So now from this object let us imagine I am taking one ray is along the direction of the normal and second one is the in any direction. So that's why the incident rays are traveling in which medium? Sphere. So that's why the sphere medium refract index can be taken as N1. So N1 is nothing but sphere refract index, that is how much? 1.5. This is a sphere. And next, in which medium the refracted ray enters? Air. So that's why N2. What is the air refract index? 1. Air is the second refractive index, second refractive medium. Now what is the object distance? The object distance, actually the incident rays are in which direction? In this direction, and this is the incident ray direction. So but what is the object distance? That is this object, air bubble. So the distance from pole to object can be called as what? Object distance. To measure the object distance you have to move downward direction, that's why you are moving opposite to incident ray. So that's why the object distance U can be taken as minus 4 centimeter. Now what is the radius of curvature? The distance from pole to center of curvature is radius of curvature. Again to measure the radius of curvature you have to move downward, but the incident ray is in upward direction. Nothing but you are moving opposite direction to incident ray. So that's why the PC is how much? 10. So but that can be taken as negative, minus 10 centimeter. So then you have to find the image distance, that is V. So V calculate చేయాలి. So V calculate చేయాలంటే n1 తెలుసు, n2 తెలుసు, u తెలుసు, r తెలుసు. కాబట్టి ఏం ఫార్ములా? రిఫ్రాక్షన్ ఫార్ములా. So what is the refraction formula? So n2 by V minus n1 by u equal to n2 minus n1 by r. What is n2? n2 is nothing but 1 by v is unknown minus n1 is 1.5 and u is nothing but minus 4. So n2 is nothing but 1 minus 1.5 is n1 by r is nothing but minus 10. Now when we simplify 1 by equal to minus into minus plus 1.5 by 4. So 1 minus 1.5 nothing but minus 0.5. This is plus, this is a minus. Minus value will be more. That's why how much value will be more? 0.5. But again here denominator minus 10. This minus will be cancelled. So that's why when I take in the 1.5 by 4 to the right side, it become minus. So 0.5 by 10 minus 1.5 by 4. Next do the LCM. So what is the LCM of 10, 9, 4? 20. So 1 by V equal to 20. So with what value 10 is multiplied to get the 22? 2 into 0.5, 1 minus. With what value the 4 is multiplied to get the 25? So that 5 into 1.5, 7.5. So that's why 1 by V equal to 1 minus 7.5 nothing but minus 6.5 by 20. So when I inverted it, you get the V equal to minus 20 by 6.5. You get approximately 3 centimeter, minus 3 centimeter. So you are getting minus. Minus is nothing but it is a which type of image? It is a virtual. Virtual means so the image can be formed because when the refracted rays are extended back. So but where the image is formed? 3 centimeter from the pole. So now this is the pole, but actually the air bubble is at 4 centimeter. But the air bubble can be, so image can be formed where this is the image here formed. It is how much distance? It is a 3. Actual distance is 4, but for the person it is appeared to be at 3 centimeter and nothing but it appears to be raised. So this is nothing but apparent depth. Actual depth is 4, but for this person, so what is the distance? 3. So this is nothing but the apparent depth. This is the real depth. The apparent depth is a 3 centimeter and the real depth is a 4. So this apparent depth can be called as here what? Image distance. So but why it is called virtual? I am explaining. So look at it. So now this is a one refracted ray, one incident ray. So moving along which direction? This is a line joining the pole and center of curvature is nothing but what? This is a point joining the point of incidence and center of curvature is nothing but normal. So now this incident ray is drawing in the direction of the normal. That's why it will be continue the same path and reaches the human eye. And this is another incident ray. So this is a traveling. To find its behavior, you have to find the normal. This is a point of incidence, this is a center of curvature, join them, you get the normal. This is a normal, now this is the angle of incidence. So but when there is no change in the medium, so actually the light ray will be goes along the same path. But it is traveling from this is a denser medium and here is the rarer medium. That's why it bend away from normal. So it bend away from normal. So now this is the refracted ray of this incident ray and this is a refracted ray of this incident ray. That's why when we observe this refracted ray is going in this direction, this refracted ray is going in this direction. They never intersect really. So that's why when they are extended back, so they will meet here. That's why this image is called the virtual image. So these are the problems on refraction at curved surfaces.
Like a Hellcat.